You feel bad about the hoops and that company made you jump through. I mean, I don't know, man. It sucked. But again, it was like 4 years ago. It was like the end of 2019, 2020, and all that. I don't know, man. It sucked. And like, somebody was like, why didn't you just talk about it then? I was like, yeah. You want me to talk about it then? You want me to talk about it then when VShojo's in the prime of its like growth and popularity? So people can come at me?
Not good.
You want me to talk about it then when I was also under like an extensive NDA contract, and they also for in a year and a half I was still contracted with VShojo. They hadn't terminated the contract. So it's like there was no. It was like, oh, okay, well, due to financial reasons and growth and like changes in the company, we're just gonna have to not do this. After I spent money and time like prepping to become a part of it, and then they had like the worst. I think the most hurtful part of it was like obviously them being like, oh, sorry. You're no longer, you know, of interest to us, obviously. But also the part where they were like, also the part where they were like, hey, you know, reapply in the fall. After they had invited me, they were like, oh yeah, reapply in the fall. Like it was some courtesy they were doing to me to like tell me they were like gonna do auditions in the fall. So fucked, man. Like, oh yeah, we're doing you a big courtesy and telling you about the auditions in the fall, which I did, by the way, and never heard back from them. I went through the audition process. Like, embarrassed the fuck out of myself, having already been signed to the fucking thing by just going and doing it because that's what they told me to do. It was rough. And I couldn't talk about it. It also hurt because there was just like no communication after that. Not from the company. Very little from like anybody. And I just, I don't know. I spent a lot of time thinking and like spiraling of like, did I do something wrong? And that was probably the worst. Like left in silence, having to think to myself, trying to figure out what the fuck I did wrong, was probably one of the worst things. Dodged a bomb. I cannot believe what they did to Mousy. And by I can't believe, what I don't mean is what I mean is that I can't believe they did that as in like a shock kind of thing. Not that I don't actually believe Mousy. That's not what I mean. I 100% believe her. It's fucking crazy. The contract at the time, I was a little like, it was a little wild. But I mean, I was super new to like all of it, right? I had never even had like a sponsored stream per se, right? And I was super excited, and there's just lots of promise of like that they'd take care of me and all this stuff, and they would set me up with so much, and my future was gonna be so bright. And then it just shattered. It was crazy, man. Yeah, imagine if you like applied at like a law firm or like a business like that. You go in and they're like, what? Not even apply. They come to you, right? They come to you and they're like, man, we really like the way you're a lawyer. We really like this shit that you do. Come work for us. Come be with us. They give you the offer, have you sign a 2-year contract, and then say, ooh, sorry, we're going in a different direction. We don't have enough people to do this or resources. But it was only you. It wasn't the other people that also hadn't debuted yet. It was only you. And who knows, maybe there were other people besides me, but it sucked in the moment. I mean, it's been 4 years. I still think about it a lot whenever I'm like assessing my own self-worth as like a creator. I'm like, a lot of the time still to today, I'm like, man, maybe VShojo was right. Maybe I, you know, this or that, and it gets rough sometimes, but you know, shit happens. There's no point dwelling on it now. It just sucked at the time. Especially as like a budding creator, right? And like, not even creator, entertainer. Like it was my like, it was everything I had at the time. I was so excited and so full of fire and so full of like passion, you know? I was so excited. I was so full of passion. And then that happened and it just, I don't know, man. It broke me. It sucked. I feel like the agencies never learn their lesson, you know? Especially if like an agency like VShojo, who bragged about how their talent, it was a talent first company, and how their talent was the first in everything, and they led everything and did everything, had access and were paid for everything, you know? Your life would have been very different over the past couple years. Yeah, I think about that a lot. A lot. I don't know, man. It was hard. You know, when you're like a budding entertainer, right? You're like on the cusp of like what you felt like greatness was for you. And then like the people who were going to provide that step to what you thought was going to be great pull out. Yep. I don't know, man. Nice to be able to talk about it, though. There's no fucking way I could have talked about it back then. Are you kidding me? Absolutely
I have
not.
heard some crazy stuff about it.
There's no fucking way I could have talked about it back then. And you're right, I should have. I wish I could have been a stronger person to be able to have talked about it back then. I wish I could have. But also everything around me was just falling apart. I wish I could have. Do I feel some sort of guilt that like maybe if I had, then they would have had like better practices now and not fucked over their talent? Maybe a little bit, yeah.
No, honestly, I think you did the right thing, just simply because it sounded like that wouldn't have changed, most likely. And I feel like it would have just affected you even more negatively, honestly. As fucked up as that sounds.
I've gone up against fandoms. No
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
No thank you.
Those fandoms are...
Psychos!
They will rip you apart.
Absolutely not. I wish I could have been stronger of a person to be able to do that. But I just wasn't.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry.
I'm sorry you had to deal with all that stuff.
It's alright. I mean, they've done much worse to far bigger, and you know, it's
Doesn't matter that
sucks.
they're bigger or anything, or the size. Just fucking. It's fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, it took me a year and a half to even get out of my contract. And they paid me nothing the entire time I was under contract. Because they just wouldn't respond to me.